There are places so vast and expansive, they leave you wondering, am I just a drop in a bucket, a minuscule part of a big bang? I beg to differ. Hunt, solo, public. I am officially on the road. I've got my truck loaded down with all the essentials, everything for a wonderful trip to Montana. So I'm leaving Georgia right now. I just worked night shift last night and now I'm hitting the road. Take about 2 days to get out there, northwestern Montana. And when I'm there, I'll have roughly 9 or 10 days to bear hunt spring bear. Plan to camp in the truck, do day hunts. I have backpacking gear if I need to get in deep. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated on everything that goes on, and I will see you in Montana. Alright, we are in South Dakota, and the speed limit here is 80 miles an hour, so we are getting it. Look at this landscape. Absolutely beautiful country. I took about a 2-3 hour nap this morning about 4 a.m. and woke up around 7 and at a rest stop, and I hit the road again. So I'll stop on the west side of South Dakota. I got a little Airbnb for the night, and just rest up, actually sleep in a bed instead of the front seat of my truck. And from there, be heading up to Montana and visiting a friend for 1 day, staying with him, and then I'll be up into the mountains to pursue the bears. Badlands. All right, I'm in Montana. I've made the 36 or 35 hour drive. Just gonna leave the truck here, camp out there tonight. I'm headed good ways back to get to this glassing area. So yeah, just gonna we just had a rainstorm come through, so I'm going to focus on trying to find a good glassing point that I have marked on the GPS. So I'm gonna make my way there. All right, this looked a little more open on the map, but I am bushwhacking through some absolutely gnarly stuff. And there is still a bunch of snowpack here. This hasn't really melted off. It's the last week of May though, and it's a good warm one. So that was good. Definitely cools off at night up here, so be good camping weather. If I can bust through the jungle, I should be at a good glassing point for the evening, but I don't know, looks like it might open up there. So I'm kind of on some sort of a little trail that's working out for me right now. So I'm gonna keep on moving. Try not to fall while I'm doing it. Up here, I'm hoping for, it's the highest point, and you can see for miles, or you should be able to see for miles, according to the Google Earth. Climbed up that. Should be able to break out on the other side here, but look at this view. Absolutely incredible. And don't forget your trekking poles next time, Stephen. You'll be fine. Well, maybe. Alright. Man, this is beautiful. It's rugged. It is just downright ferocious country. I did not know it was going to be this thick. I actually could not find a good spot to glass. Yep. Oh yeah, I was waiting on that one. I might have to cut that part out of the video unless it looks awesome. I'm gonna regroup, man. That where I thought was gonna be good to glass from just was so thick, just not a whole lot of viewing windows. So I'm about to go and see if I can't find a little better opening to see it on a hillside from. Alright, I'm about to make some of this. We got beef stroganoff from Peak Refuel tonight. So we'll fire up the jet boil. Also got a couple other yummy flavors. Looking forward to trying all those out. But I'm gonna eat real quick and then hit the bed. There we go. Alright. She's boiled. Alright. That's hot. Carefully remove. Instructions say to pour boiling water in the bag. Alright, she's sealed. I gotta wait for 10 minutes. I think I can wait. Haven't eaten much today, but about to eat our first camp meal. I'm trying out the beef stroganoff. Let's see how it is. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. We're gonna give this stuff a rip here. Wow. That is incredible. I mean, for freeze dried, that is really good. Sorry, Mountain House. Looks like they got you beat here. Old Peak for the win. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, I'm about to finish this and then hit the hay. That was the coldest I've ever been. Whew. Good old Montana creek bath. Still defrosting. Alright, get back to the truck and get into some more clothes. Headed down this logging road. And this logging road goes all the way. Winds up that mountain up there, so looks pretty clear and open. Lots of spring green up, lots of hopefully opportunities. Hopefully we'll be able to glass something up. This place is unbelievable. About 2 miles, 2.5 miles in on this logging road. And it just opened up to some of the most incredible country I've ever seen. I think I know where I'm going to be glassing for the rest of the day. I just stumbled across a carcass on the way, a dead deer carcass. Took a few pictures of it, but there's definitely tons of apex predators in this area. Not the best tarp setup ever, but it's enough to keep the gear and myself dry for a little while, as long as it doesn't really start pouring down. It's picking up. Glad to be under this. I just wanted to talk for a second here. Well, we got some downtime on, I guess, just the page, the goal of Hunt Solo Public. I do most of my hunting DIY, public land, solo. I'm working odd days, odd hours, holidays, and most of the time when I want to go hunting, nobody can go. So most of them are working or, you know, whatever. So over the years, it's just really made sense for me to do most of my hunting solo, and I love the challenge of hunting on public land. And so the majority of hunts that I go on are, you know, public land hunts, out of state hunts, do-it-yourself hunts. You know, I've been to Kentucky, Kansas, Montana. It's my second time to Montana. I've got big plans for other states as well. I just enjoy the challenge. Going to a new place where you don't know anything about the area other than what you have scouted on the internet, and then going and putting boots on the ground for the first time, and then killing an animal that you're after. It's hard to describe the sense of accomplishment when you're out here busting your butt. You know, you can't shoot a bear back here 2.5 miles deep in this hellhole and back your truck in to pick it up. So it's taught me a lot about, you know, scouting, covering ground, looking at the lay of the land, looking at terrain, looking at online maps, and taking all that information and then executing. That's probably the biggest part for me is, you know, you can plan, prepare all you want, and then when you get out here, if you don't execute on your plan, if you don't put in the miles, put in the work, you might come up empty-handed. And even if you do put in the miles, put in the work, you still might probably come up empty-handed. It's that, you know, it's tough. It's tough coming to a new area and being successful on the first hunt. So another thing I'd like to say is just I want to encourage you guys, don't get discouraged. It's so easy to get discouraged on these hunts where you're stuck up under a tarp miles deep back in the Montana wilderness and trying to kill a bear. It can get discouraging because you're gonna have weather thrown at you. You're gonna have probably the biggest challenge is your own mental outlook, your own mental attitude. When you wake up in the morning, sometimes you're like, dang, I don't want to go back out. I kind of would rather just sleep a little longer or do whatever, you know. So it's you constantly have to discipline yourself, discipline your mind, because that's what drives results, I think. And I've had hunts where I've killed things on the second hunt, you know, the second day, first day, where you know, I've had hunts that have lasted 10 days and I ended up coming away empty-handed. So that's just something to be expected. It's hunting public land and doing it by yourself with no guide, no nothing other than your own preparation and your own planning and then your own executions. I love hunting solo because it gives me a chance to get out here and just clear my head, talk to God, let God know my plans, let God know what I'm going through, and then also to listen. I feel like a lot of people pray and they never do any listening. So I'm out here pursuing bears, and in the meantime growing closer to my Creator and trying to do a lot of listening. You know, life gets complicated, but I truly believe that we have a Creator who created all of this, who wants a personal relationship with us. All right. Spotter's all set up. Rain has cleared, so I'll send out a message, check-in message to the wife and a good friend. There we go. I like this little Garmin Reach. It's kind of expensive, the plans, but it's definitely a good sense of security when you're out here by yourself. At least you can let people know where you are and send out an SOS if you need it. But hopefully I'll never need it, because that would be a bad day. So I'm gonna sit here, start glassing the old Athlon spotter. Alright, off to the races here. This is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, bear pile number 1. Another kill. Well, all that work for nothing. I got to this area, got a clear view of the clear cut where I was headed, and it's that green stuff up there, which I don't know if you can tell, but that is 15 to 20 foot high regrowth. So I was hoping it was fresh logged, and maybe I could have looked that up beforehand, but I mean, this road has just been disastrous. So I left the bike down that way, and I was just walking up here, and my original goal was to get to the bottom of this and be able to glass that whole hillside, thinking it would be open, but it's not open at all. May have to pull the plug and go with plan B. That is about as fresh as it gets there. I went to the end of the road, and there's not a good opening. And honestly, this is fresh sign, but I don't know. It's like, I mean, the reason I'm talking is because I'm not gonna hunt here. There's just no way. It would seem stupid to just sit here with a 30-yard shot on this thick road and just hope that that bear comes back through. There's good sign, but it's just not, it's not really huntable. But you know, that's what hunting, you try, you scout, try and figure out if something's gonna work. And when it doesn't work out, you just change your plans and keep on going. And that's the beauty of public land, is you can really just explore till your heart's content. I mean, there's millions of acres out here. So much adventure out here. I mean, I'm in Montana. I drove from Georgia. I mean, there's so many other countries where this isn't even possible. So be grateful for your public lands. Utilize your public lands. And get out there, and even if you don't hunt, you don't kill anything, you know, whatever, just get out there and explore. I mean, if you just listen, you can hear birds chirping, water rushing. You can find fresh bear poop. Or maybe if you're hunting, you'll actually get lucky and find a bear. But I've got about an hour until prime time, so I bomb down this hill, get back out to the trailhead. Alright, can't go over that one. Oh, No way, dude. Look at this. That doesn't look like straight up bear claw scratch. I don't know. I don't know what does. You know, maybe if I had a bow, this would be the wisest choice to be up here in the thick stuff, but also, you know, I'm gonna go with the higher range of visibility because I can glass that whole entire hillside. And it's a south-facing slope with spring green up. So we shall see. Yeah! Nice. I made it back to the truck. And we're gonna load the bike up. Got everything all set up. I'm at the edge of this old clearing. It's a cinnamon. just had a prime opportunity. Well, I wouldn't say prime, but had a good looking cinnamon bear. Got some film through the scope. Trying to see if he's gonna pop back out. Got probably 30 more minutes of daylight here, so just gonna keep glass on the hill and hope he gives me something a little closer. Practicing out to 600, so if he comes down a little further down the hill, should have a crack at him. Good morning from Montana again, and I'm awake. I've got jet boil, just boiled up some water, a little camp coffee. I'm gonna try the breakfast option, which is biscuits and gravy today, so I'll let y'all know how that is. I'm hoping that cinnamon bear comes back out. I had a good look at him. Reviewed the footage last night, and I think he's a decent sized bear. He's got a big old fat gut on him, so he kind of just worked his way down the ridge. I took a crack at him probably a little further than I should have. I've practiced out to 600, and I took a shot at 800 yards. It went right over his back. He kind of ran off, but then he kept feeding around, so safe to say he is alive and well, and unspooked, so I'm hoping that he comes kind of down that same route he did last night. If he does that same thing, I'm gonna make a different play. I'm gonna dive down the hill across the creek and kind of try and get closer to within, 400, 300 yards, something like that. That way I've got a more guaranteed shot at the bear versus trying to shoot long range. But if it boils down to another low light situation, and if he's within 600 or 700, I'll probably take a crack at him. So we'll see. We're just gonna enjoy the day and then get set up around 3 or 4 p.m. Honestly, the sun goes down at like 9:30, and shooting light goes till close to 10 o'clock. The sun's up by 5 a.m. Very short nights, lots of daylight, so you can make for some long days hunting, but I'm loving it. All right, this is my camp. I'm on my last day to bear hunt here in Montana, so quite saddening, but at the same time it's been a grueling 10 days of just hunting, which, that's what I came here for. It's the experience I wanted. But it's one final day to get it done, so never throw in the towel. Don't quit. At this point, it's like, what's one more day? But you never know when success can strike. Like, I've had hunts where I was about to give up, and I said, all right, 5 more minutes, or sit that last 10 minutes of shooting light, whatever it may be. Don't ever give up on a hunt until you have to. So I've got one more full day. I've got a couple plans in mind. I'm planning to cruise a bunch of country, but there's that one spot that I went the other day that had good visibility, burns, decent sign, and it just looks like a place that would hold a black bear. But what do I know at this point? I'm just a Georgia boy out here in Montana trying to make it happen on a DIY black bear hunt. So I've got a game plan. I'm not gonna lose hope. I'm gonna push through and try and seal the deal today. All right, I can see got a south facing slope in front of me. I can
can see 600 yards, so about 700 to the top. I've got probably about 1,000 yards left to right. So I've got a big slope that I can shoot. So I'm just watching it. It's about the last hour of daylight. So this is the end of my Montana hunt.
As hunters, we don't always make the right decision. We learn, we make mistakes, and we grow. Over much trial and error and years of effort, we hone our skills. We take battle-earned wisdom into the next adventure, leading us closer to achieving our pursuit. Until next time, Montana.